What is going on, everyone? This is NinjaGeek here, and welcome back to another Overwatch video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about going on massive losing streaks in competitive play, losing in general in competitive play, and I guess some strategies to help solve that. So right now, I'm playing as Mercy here in Season 2 of competitive play, and this was actually one of the better matches. Well, this is one of the first matches I think I got on when I got on today for recording this for these purposes, and I have a fun time playing as Mercy in competitive play. Very fun, and I'm going to get into that more towards the end of the video about the heroes specifically, but I just want to talk about some strategies that some people may have overlooked while trying to play competitive play in Overwatch, because there are certain things within this game that are hidden, essentially, is what I'm trying to say, that people just don't know about and don't care about, because all we care about is the win, and that's really what it comes down to, because in competitive play, you are pretty much forced to win. Like, if you're talking about a quick play, if you win or lose, it doesn't really matter, because if you lose, you don't really lose anything. You still gain XP. You're not, you get a loss, but it doesn't really count towards anything except going on your stat chart. It doesn't really count. But in competitive play, if you lose your rank. Your rank could decrease, and going on massive loss streaks are going to make that happen even worse, and you're just going to get more frustrated. But there is the whole problem that lots of people, myself included, before I started thinking in this new way, have. Because we always think going into the competitive match that we have to win the game. And that's obviously not the case. If you take anything, for example, like even stuff like loot crates in Overwatch, every loot crate that you open, you're not going to get a legendary item out of the loot crate. That's just not going to happen. And the same goes for wins. You're not going to win every single match. Now, I'm not saying that you should lose every single match, but you just have to be expecting not to win. Now, you want to win, but you don't want to think about winning. That is where people are wrong in competitive play, especially, is people think just about how, like, the win and trying to win versus the hero that they're actually playing. So like I said, I was going to talk about this specific hero. I like playing a lot of Mercy in competitive play because I feel, in my own personal opinion, that lots of the supports in competitive play are not up to par, and I just feel like helping out my team in this way makes me win more games. Now, that could be different based upon and varying upon where you are, but that is the main question that I have. Going into every single match before the match starts, you know how it says prepare your defenses or prepare to attack? That time isn't just there so you can put your sprays on the wall and count down and wait there and, use your emotes. That time is there so you can prepare in your own personal mind as well what you are going to do to attack or defend on that specific map. So which heroes are you going to pick? What strategies are you going to use on the map? You have to be thinking about all of these questions before the match even starts. And then once you have the hero you're going to pick, you have to pick the hero that goes along with your team. So obviously in competitive play, you can't pick multi-heroes. You can't do more than one hero, which is obviously, of course, a good thing in my own opinion. So you have to pick heroes that kind of go along with each other. So if your team needs a support, don't sit there and say, oh, I don't really feel like playing support. I'm just going to sit here and play Reaper and ruin it for my whole team. You have to pick heroes that you're going to help your whole team, but also that you know how to play. And if you don't know how to play a lot of these heroes, especially the support ones, I would say go into like an AI match or a custom match or whatever and try and learn better how to play these the heroes that you really are weak in, because competitive is about teamwork, and even though you're playing on a random team, lots of the times the teamwork still needs to come in handy. It still needs to be there. So with Mercy, I like to play Mercy, and like I said, I like to think because with Mercy, I can, get in there and really help my team. And before I go into this specific match, before I went into this specific match, I said, okay, it's Route 66. We're playing on attack in this first side, and depending on what heroes we had, I'm going to heal. I try and heal the tanks more because the tanks can really hold us down. You have to be thinking about different strategies. Now, of course, depending on the type of person that you are, you're going to have different strategies and thinking about different things in your mind, but that's okay because, of course, that's how we win or lose the games. But as long as you are thinking about these things, about how to win, or not essentially how to win, but how to play the hero well, how to do well, how to help your team well, what strategies you're going to use on the map, then you will be assured to get a better chance at having a victory. You're not going to, these tips aren't going to make it so you're going to get a victory in competitive play. You're not going to just like, oh, yep, if you follow this, you're getting a victory. It'll just make it easier on you to get the victory. The victory is what's going to happen after you achieve these goals. You have to achieve the hero goals and the strategies first, and then you could say, oh wow, I won that match, as if you act surprised, instead of going in there saying we need to win this competitive match. And that is what I feel a lot of people need to understand, because, and myself even included, because sometimes I just go on massive losing streaks, and when that even happens, it just, obviously it makes you more frustrated. When you're more frustrated, you don't play as well, and you don't pick heroes as well as you should, and that is a major problem. Now, also, another thing I would like to talk about is, once you have established, like, let's say you are going on a massive losing streak in competitive play, the best thing to do, honestly, is to just not play competitive play at all. And it might be like, oh, why can't I play competitive play? Are you telling me how to play? If you stop playing competitive play because you are really angry and you feel like you're going to let your primal rage out like Winston does, if you're really angry, just don't play the game. I mean, I would say even get off if it really makes you that angry. Just get off, do something else, like go outside, do like some chores or some homework or work that you have to do, and then come back later and play competitive, or go play some quick play matches, because those always help me. They're really relaxed. In my own opinion, coming from competitive play into quick play is really, really relaxed. You can do that as well. I mean, it really, there's a bunch of other stuff you can do, and other games you could even play as well, that you don't always have to be playing competitive play to try and, obviously you want to get your rank up and all that, but if you really want to help yourself from releasing primal rage, these are some strategies that you have to do and think about before you go in. So like I say, pick heroes that you are comfortable with, that your team needs, the strategies that you need to develop, and once you use these strategies, once you completely, utilize everything, I think you're going to find yourself having a much, much better time in competitive. Even if you lose, you will notice that you're probably not going to be as mad as you will be. And especially, there's one hidden secret within this game that it really isn't hidden. It's just something that people overlook, and it isn't really noticeable until you just take a listen to it. And I'm going to let you listen to that thing right now.
Consider only victory. Make defeat an impossibility in your mind.
Zenyatta is the key to success. Now, I don't mean play as Zenyatta all the time. That's not exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying Zenyatta has your special key to success. His words, as I just played for you, say, consider only victory, make defeat an impossibility in your mind. And when you think about this, I don't want you to think about considering victory like I just said, like you don't want to think about the win, but victory in terms of which heroes you're going to pick and the strategies you're going to use. And you want to try and make defeat an impossibility in your mind. You have to think positive thoughts are essentially to... Even with anything in life, essentially, I mean, not just even with Overwatch competitive, that's just something specific that this relates to, but anything in life, you want to consider victory, have positive thoughts, make defeat an impossibility in your mind, and Zenyatta really, really teaches you that, and lots of people, it's a voice line that he says, but it really has a deep meaning, and that's what I like about the Overwatch heroes within this game, especially Zenyatta. So that's pretty much all I had to say. You can leave your thoughts below if you have any other strategies that you personally use to help you with competitive games and competitive play in Overwatch, and who knows what the other seasons are going to be when they come apart, like Season 3, or what happens after Season 2. Maybe they'll change some stuff. Who knows? But for right now, these are my personal tips on how to, it's not going to make you win games better, like I said, it's just going to make you have a positive mindset so you can potentially feel better about losing games and even feel even way better about winning games. So that is pretty much what I had to say. I'll see you on the next Overwatch video, of course. This is NinjaGeek, and I'm out. Peace.